Hi everyone, I hope you're all well. So, I just wanted to go into what has happened over this full moon, which was extremely intense. So, first of all, we are in the Scorpio season, for at least a week more, less than that. And one aspect of the Scorpio season, as we have repeatedly noted here also on this channel, is that Scorpio means that very deep, dark emotions can come out. Scorpio as a sign is not afraid of going into the hard places, the places where, um, you know, difficult emotions are trapped. So it is obviously a water sign, so very related to emotions. So overall, this has been a month with intensity, emotional intensity, whether through your day-to-day life, also through your own inner emotions coming up. Sometimes with some triggers, and sometimes without any external triggers happening also. So we noticed the same theme coming up in the 1111 portal. We noticed that a lot of those buried emotions which are hard to reach normally were coming up very effortlessly for the divine feminines to purge and release. And a very similar theme was around the full moon that followed, the full moon in Taurus that I will be speaking about, which was again about intense emotions and a lot of triggers. And I could not post a longer sort of an update here, but a very short message that I had shared as a short video on YouTube was about feeling triggered by your divine masculine, and the theme of the full moon and the new moons, they're always consistently for a few days prior and after, and during, of course. So you may still be feeling this right now. So what is happening for the divine feminine? So because it was a full moon in Taurus, the energy very well, interestingly, was perhaps questioning or bringing to light your own, fears and your own sense of home and your own sense of stability and safety. So if you notice that a lot of the triggers were from your family or your idea of safety, even with your twin flame, your idea of the stable relationship you want to have with your twin, you could have received triggers around that, triggers around marriage, triggers around a sense of family, triggers around home were very much there in, for the divine feminines. So when you are triggered here, there is always a purpose. And the beautiful purpose of this is that you find your home within. So as a divine feminine, you actually have the inner strength within you. You are your own home. So this is, if you're feeling very triggered, you're very angry or upset about certain situations that are related to stability in your life, including finances, including parents, family, any significant relationship with your twin flame, to think about or envision, a stable relationship with your twin flame, even your own personal ideas about that. If you felt triggered about it all, it served a purpose to bring you back to the power that you hold within you. In some sense, it's like the quest for the Holy Grail, where, people would go all over and seek the Holy Grail, but the Holy Grail is always within. It's actually not an outer quest, it's more like an inner quest, right? So you don't have to search for this purpose and meaning and stability and comfort in other people, in outer situations, in maybe, stable, what seems to you to be offering stability is what would be questioned right now, would be very, very triggered right now, as you are being asked to not seek that stability outside of yourself in other things, but know you have the wellspring of love and stability within you. Very powerfully for the divine feminine, what also has been coming up is that she has many forms within. Like in India, in the Hindu culture, the divine feminine is like Durga, she's Lakshmi, she's Saraswati. So she has wisdom, she has abundance, and she has strength and power. So all these three are within you. So it's not just right now, in terms of tarot, it's not just that you are the Queen of Cups, but you're also the Queen of Pentacles, you're also the Queen of Wands, you're also the High Priestess. And overall, you're basically an empress, which has the energies and the qualities of all of these, right? You have the patience, you have the compassion, you have the vivacious energy, you have a deep, you're an oracle in yourself, you have a deep, clairvoyant energy to yourself and other clairs as well. You have an ability to go beyond time and space. So everything is within you. You're not just one aspect of the feminine, you're all aspects of the feminine. So never think you only have one and you don't have the others, right? So this is one message that is coming through, and the love that you seek outside of you, the compassion, or you want others to value you, you want others to love you or to protect you or to look out for you, including your 3D twin flame, is something you have to do for yourself. You are the one who has to allow yourself to dwell in your feminine essence. It's not the responsibility of your twin flame to make you feel feminine or to make you feel safe. It is very well within you. Naturally, internally, your twin flame is always a reflection of your inner masculine energy. So there is always that, connection that you have within. So everything that gets triggered outside, the triggers you receive from outside through the full moon, through this entire month, and going very deep into your emotions, especially being triggered about the basic structural stuff of your life, has been about finding that inner wellspring within that you carry within you. And where do you find it? You find it in stillness. You very well find it in non-activity. You find it in playfulness. You find it in allowing yourself to, pursue your life like joy, whatever you enjoy doing. Very simple things, very, very simple things. You have the strength within you. So, and this strength is extremely ancient. This is not some new age strength, this is an ancient strength that you carry within you. And I'm getting a very strong, indication also that this is a strength that you somehow have through your ancestors also, through your ancestral support also, through the support of, you may feel like, it's been there within you, even in your DNA. Your DNA is also very strong enough to take you through this journey at this point of time, a journey of extreme tumult, of self-doubt, of, questioning everything, and of all the pain rising up to the surface. You are also a goddess of prosperity and abundance within you. So never forget that, in case you feel financially challenged, you feel like, you are in a mode, in a survival mode. So you must know that that is also your natural ability within to have abundance. That's very much a feminine quality. And you have to somewhere, the energies have been like, when you face these challenges where you are still seeking external validation, where you're still trying to seek that someone else is supposed to look out for me, and all those things have been triggered in the last week or even more, it asks you to trust. It asks you to trust whether you can trust the divine plan of your twin flame journey, of your spiritual awakening. It also asks you to know that whatever you are seeking is within. And going through these hardships in your external life, going through these emotional triggers, especially the triggers which bring up the childhood stuff that you don't want to look into, or sometimes, the stuff where you are very opinionated, or you're very like, this is the way I am. Sometimes this has been a full moon which is also going to trigger your own conclusions that you have drawn about you. So I am like this, because remember, the conclusions we draw about ourselves, the strong, rigid ideas we have, whether about yourself as a person, sometimes yourself as a woman, sometimes even you can have conclusions drawn about divine feminine, like as a feminine, I am like this. All those conclusions are also going to be triggered into you releasing them. Why that is simply because your soul is, not to be bound by any conclusion. The conclusions are always of the mind. Whether they seem to be good, they don't seem to be very, very good. It does not matter what they are, The idea is that sometimes we feel that we have good beliefs, and definitely good beliefs are better than bad beliefs. And this is something I came across recently. It's really resonated. Sometimes you feel that good beliefs are better than bad beliefs, which is true. But what is better than good beliefs and bad beliefs is no beliefs. Okay, so good conclusions are great, very nice. You have a very healed subconscious mind, and you have a great manifesting ability, because whatever, at least at the level of the thoughts, not at the level of the energy, which is to do with your the inner feminine and the masculine coming together. But just at the level of the mind, if you have very positive beliefs about you, it's good, right? But spiritually speaking, it's important to not have any beliefs. It's important to go with the flow and be flexible. This is a full moon which has challenged the rigid areas inside of you, that you maybe through childhood wounding developed certain defense mechanisms around you. Through bad experiences you developed certain ways of being, that supported you, that protected you. It's about bringing down your defense walls. Okay. And when you bring down these defense walls, you'll notice you're able to be more happy, you're able to be more magnetic to what can come to you. You're no longer obstructing that which can come to you, right? So it is very much about that, tapping into your own inner reservoir within, where you carry all the strength, you carry all the wisdom, you embody all the three goddess energies within you that we spoke of. In so many ways, you are the one who is responsible for loving yourself, for reparenting yourself. You are your own twin flame. So this time around has a very strong theme to bring you back to your independence in a flexible way, not in a way where you have a fierce response of independence because of some trauma. It's not that. It's a very deep understanding, because you've released, or you're releasing, in the process of releasing those traumas, releasing those emotions that in some sense unconsciously rule you or unconsciously rule your behavior. Okay. So this has been the guidance overall, to let this happen, to know that you are very strong, to know you're coming into your strength. It may seem very challenging. It may seem like, I can't, and I'm very triggered by these safe and secure ideas that I've had about family, relationships, etc., being kind of put under the scanner and going through this whole, shift where I don't feel safe anymore with the same people, or I don't receive the same value that I have been wanting to give to myself from these people. Or I feel like I need to work hard, I need to do a lot to be financially secure, be in that survival mode all the time. You're being asked to let all of that go. If you can sink into the inner stillness that you actually carry, it is going to allow these goddess energies to be activated in you. It's going to allow you to gently move into, your own self-actualized being that already that magnetizes what it needs towards itself, that is abundant and that is expanded. So you have the strength, and everything is within you, and the stability and safety that you are seeking is also something that you can offer to yourself. So remember, it's a journey of spiritual awakening. It always will bring you back to yourself. Okay. So this is a message I wanted to share with regards to the energies we've had in the Scorpio season, the 11/11 portal, as well as, this very intense full moon, which was a super moon. So meaning that the moon was even closer to the earth. So the emotional upheaval was much stronger in the sign of Taurus. So a lot to do with stability, family, home, comfort, and all of that. Many of you may have experienced it like that. And this has also been the guided wisdom that I wanted to share with you all. If you wish to work one-on-one with me, you can click on the first link in the description box, see the types of sessions that are on there. In these sessions, we go very deep, we do some deep healing work. My guidance helps you for a long period of time to come. We discuss the blocks on your journey. My guidance also works at an intuitive level, and you can see the types of sessions, and you can email me to book a session at a mutually convenient date and time. We'll set it up on email. And you can subscribe to my Patreon page, where I post about 6 videos a month. So recently on Patreon, I posted a video on the solar plexus for the divine feminine, what it means to awaken in the solar plexus. A very deep dive, powerful, podcast. You can check that out. I'll be speaking about the throat center, because these have been important, centers of focus of late for divine feminines. And at the tier 2 level, I spoke of opening up to your divine masculine. I spoke of releasing old templates within, the divine feminine. So the videos at tier 2 level go very deep, so you can subscribe to tier 2 to have access to that. I'll be posting more videos this month as well. And when you subscribe, you have access to pretty much everything I've posted up until now at tier 1 and tier 2 level. So I'm sending you love. Have a beautiful day. Bye.